Hi everyone, my name is Emma and I used to be an ice skater. And I once was the pride of my family and all my teachers. Unexpectedly, something happened and knocked me down from cloud 9. But then my mom taught me to never stop hoping. Have you ever been in the same situation as me? When just breathing is so difficult? Then I hope my story will help you at some point. Remember, you are not alone. I used to have the perfect life that everyone wanted to reach and dream about. An ice skater who won many awards, with the most happy and caring family of all. Then the most terrible day in my life that I can never forget happened. On that day, Mom picked me up at school as usual. Out of the blue, a car lost control and crashed into our car. Though we were hospitalized immediately, my mom didn't make it. And me, I got a serious leg injury that I may never recover from. Not only had I experienced the shock of losing a loved one, but I also had to hear that I could no longer compete in figure skating. I was down in the dumps. It felt like everything that was good in my life was gone.
Emma?
Yes, Dad.
Is everything good at your school?
Yeah, everything is normal.
I've prepared your favorite dishes. You should have a bit more.
Thanks, Dad, but I'm full now.
Come on, Emma. You've just had a few bites.
I lost my appetite. Sorry, Dad. I know you tried your best with these dishes, but
it's okay, Emma. Emma, I know you feel blue because of losing Mom, but we cannot do anything else but continue living in this world.
So sorry, Dad. I know you were very grief-stricken. I shouldn't be beside myself like this.
Emma, it's okay to express your feelings, but we need to overcome it.
I understand, Dad.
And I know you don't want to mention it, but not ice skating anymore is not the end of the world. Remember what Mom said? When one door closes, another opens.
Yes, Dad, I got your point.
We can accept it, sadder but wiser. If you're in a black mood, just tell me. Don't keep everything bottled up in your head, okay?
I will, Dad. But now I need to be alone for a while. I hope you understand.
Okay, sweetie, take your time.
Mommy! Mommy! No, be careful. The car is coming. Oh my gosh. Mom. The skates. Emma, what are you doing? I'm practicing. The doctor told you shouldn't do that, didn't he? Yeah, but maybe I can. You shouldn't do that. It'll only hurt you more. I give up. It's better for you. I just want to give it a try. I know, but you also read the doctor's note. It seems to be impossible. Hey, that's Emma. Why is she here?
She got an accident months ago. She's not able to skate anymore. It's a pity. She's so stubborn.
I feel sorry for her talent.
Emma, you shouldn't practice anymore. I know you were once so talented, but now it's in the past.
Miss Nancy, It
just wastes your time. You can't join the competition anyway. What's the point?
But
You can't do it.
There's no chance or magic now. But, Emma, it's no use trying. You should face the reality. Go home now.
Ms. Nancy.
Oh, hi, Emma's dad. I did not know you were here.
Yes, I'm just here to wait for my daughter.
Ah, yes. She should go home now.
You know, your words may really hurt my daughter.
I just want to give her some advice.
And your words are so rude.
Dad, stop. It's okay. She just wants to do something good for me.
Ma'am, I don't want you to talk like that to my daughter anymore.
I'm so sorry.
Ma'am, I believe you are imposing your one-sided perspective on my daughter. You have no idea what she's going through.
Dad, stop. I don't need anyone's pity. I can do it. I can do it. Why do I keep falling down? I'm as useful as a chocolate teapot.
Emma, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You should go get some fresh air, sweetie.
Dad, I'm not in the mood. I just want to sleep. Leave me alone, please.
Emma, I know you can hear me. Sweetie, you have the right to be in a black mood, but listen to me. You've been trying for a very long time. Now it's time for you to take a rest. Don't listen to what the others say. Emma, remember, Dad will always be here for you.
I seem to be completely stuck. What should I do now? I'm at my wit's end. I remember my mom used to have such passion for drawing. So I tried to draw as she did. I'm drawing more and more every day lately. And she was right. The paintings have a lot of dark colors, but they really help me to relieve my stress a bit. But my father saw those paintings. Maybe he senses my suffering from those pictures. I saw him cry. He tried to talk to me, but once again, I pushed him away. I feel guilty. Emma, come here. Mom, is that you? Yes, sweetie. How are you doing? I'm fine, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm lying. I'm not okay at all. I miss you so much. Mom, I only make Dad suffer more. I'm not able to skate anymore. I'm completely useless. And you passed away because of me. Look at me, Emma. It wasn't your fault that I died, sweetie. What is meant to happen will happen. I just moved to another place. No need to be sad. But you, sweetie, your life is still here. You have a future ahead. When one door closes, another opens. And you know what? You're never alone. Because Dad and I will always love and care for you wherever you are. Dad, can we maybe talk? Everything happens for a reason. Have you ever heard this saying before? Hello guys, I'm Evelyn, and I welcome you all to the story of my life. Want to know how I've gotten here? How long it's taken me to get where I am today? Let's enjoy this video, and I hope you can learn something from it. Everything happens for a reason. I can't count how many times I've been told this. But there's one thing I know. That saying has played an important role in my whole life. Hello, everyone. My name is Evelyn Carter, and I am a CEO of an educational agency. To become the successful woman I am today, I had to go through many ups and downs in my life. Seven years ago, I was a girl living the life that many people desire.
Hey!
I had a group of friends who were always by my side, and an amazing family to talk to whenever I was down. I also had a lovely dog who had been my best friend since I was born. But unfortunately, she passed away because of an illness. I remember that I cried so hard that I couldn't face reality at all. My parents consoled me for weeks. They told me that everything happened for a reason. And only when I knew how to let go did I become mature. At that time, I didn't get what they meant at all. Then, do you know what happened after that? A year after my dog's death, I received other shocking news that took me a pretty long time to get over. Want to guess what that was? Well, it all started when one of my relatives suddenly called me in the middle of class. He said that my parents were badly injured in a car accident. When I heard those words, I couldn't stay calm at all. I ran out of the class to everyone's surprise. But when I got to the hospital, it was just too late. The doctors said my parents couldn't make it. At that moment, everything seemed to lapse into silence. I wanted to burst into tears, but somehow I was able to hold it back. And guess what? After my parents left this world, I was depressed for many months. My GPA kept going down, and I didn't have any motivation to study hard. I locked myself in my small dark room and avoided communication as much as possible. Then, I indulged in alcohol and nightclubs so heavily that I almost felt insane. My body begged me to stop, but I couldn't control those addictions. Then one day, my body couldn't bear with me anymore. I got drunk and passed out on the street until a neighbor saw me. He took me to the hospital right after that. I was diagnosed with gastrointestinal bleeding and was hospitalized for a week. While staying there, I met a guy whose name was Harry. He was the same age as me. Harry had been fighting lung cancer in his hospital for years, but he always greeted everyone there with a big smile. Honestly, he was a cheerful and lovely guy. We usually had long conversations almost every afternoon, and he really knew how to make me laugh. Back in that time, Harry was truly a friend of mine who I could freely share all of my happiness and sadness with. One day, Harry told me that he could finally be discharged from the hospital. I felt happy for him. I asked him what he wanted to do after that. He smiled and told me that he would fly to Switzerland and live a blissful life there with his family. Harry giggled when he dreamed about a place where there would be no pain, illness, or hospital. At that moment, I didn't know why I felt so relieved, and I was glad that I had made friends with Harry and with everyone else there. I thought we would keep in touch with each other, until a week later. I finally recovered from my illness and was able to go back home. I couldn't help thinking about Harry's smile while packing my stuff. When I was able to leave, a nurse suddenly came in and gave me a box. I smiled because I knew the gift was definitely from Harry. It should have been something from Switzerland, but unexpectedly, the nurse said that Harry wanted to give it to me after his surgery. I know, right? I was surprised too. The nurse told me that Harry had to undergo a major surgery, and he took his last breath right after the last time we saw each other. I was completely taken aback by the nurse's words. I couldn't believe my eyes at all. And I went home while my heart was still full of sorrow. I didn't know whether I should open the box or not, because I was scared that I couldn't hold back my tears. Then I decided to open it. Inside the box was a lovely postcard. He drew us holding hands together, and he also wrote a few notes for me. He told me that I had to be strong enough to get over all of the bad things in life. Everything happens for a reason, and only when you know how to let go do you become mature. It was exactly what my parents told me a year ago. When reading Harry's letter, I couldn't control my emotions anymore. I tried to stop myself from crying out, but I couldn't. I wished I could go back to the good old days when I hadn't wasted my time on alcohol and nightclubs. I wished that I could be mature enough to realize how I destroyed my health. At that time, I promised myself and Harry that I would move on. I will live the life that Harry had always dreamed of, and I will definitely go to Switzerland for him. I went back to my college life after a month of tragedy. I decided to turn over a new leaf. I applied for a business internship program and successfully got in. I joined many club activities at school to find my potential. I expanded my networking, I went on new journeys and met many new friends. I worked so hard to become who I am today. Now, I finally got what my parents and Harry meant. Everything happens for a reason. I couldn't change the past, but I can choose to move on rather than cry. I couldn't bring my beloved ones back to life, but I can still do something for them by living my life to the fullest. And I believe you guys can do it too. Remember, you only become mature when you know how to let things go. Thanks for listening to my story. Hello, everyone. My name is Emma, and I'm 24 years old. I'm an adventurer, a lover of travel, and I always have a burning desire for freedom. But here's the thing. I come from a traditional family. It means that brings along a whole set of barriers that prevent me from truly being myself. Guys, today I want to take a moment to share my story with all of you. Let's go back to when I was born and raised in my caring and protective family. My parents always had a set path in mind for me. They directed me down a path they believed would ensure stability and security. As I grew up, I also believed that having a safe life is important. They believed that adventures and exploring were unsure and not dependable. So I never dared to question their decisions. After graduating, I secured a job just as my parents had hoped. Every day, I would head to the office, work, and then go home. Work was the same every day, with the same tasks and people. It seemed like what I did didn't mean a lot. My life is indeed quite stable. But deep down, I wanted more. I dreamt of feeling excited and passionate. I knew there was more to life than the boring routine I found myself trapped in. Then, one fateful day, I stumbled upon a story that would forever change my perspective on life. It was the incredible tale of a remarkable young volunteer named Alex. As I read about his inspiring journey, I discovered that even though Alex had disabilities and faced social prejudices throughout his life, he refused to let those limitations define him. Instead, he embarked on brave journeys to faraway and challenging places. He brought happiness and spread joy to others. He overcame societal pressures to do meaningful things and live a fulfilling life. Alex's story really changed me. It made me think in a new way. His story opened a door in my mind and made me think differently. I understood I should pursue what I love. I knew this might mean doing things others don't expect, but I believed it's worth it. But deep down, I believed that the experiences and growth I would gain in return would be priceless and shape the person I was meant to become. I learned that life isn't just rules and advice. It's about trying new things and discovering new parts of life. For the first time, I spoke honestly with my family. I shared all my dreams and aspirations. I explained to them the plans I had carefully formulated for myself. I talked about the skills I needed to acquire, how I planned my finances, and the path I wanted to follow. They understood my excitement. They finally realized that trying to prevent me from seeking freedom wasn't working. It was making me feel more and more unhappy as time went on. So from then on, I started my personal journey to learn more about myself. While there were still moments of worry and societal pressure, I am grateful for the support I received from my family. It provided me with the strength to carry on. After all, I didn't want to look back with regret, wondering what might have happened. I started to explore challenging places, and of course, there were dangerous risks. But I felt really excited about my decision. Alex's story motivated me. It taught me that problems are normal. I knew there would be hard times, but if I didn't take risks, I wouldn't learn and discover my purpose. But I understood that if I didn't take risks and push my own limits, I would never have meaningful experiences or discover the true purpose of life. Now, I work for myself. I tell others about my life and experiences. Many people care about my journey. At each step, I prove that pursuing what you love and being true to yourself can make a difference. Today, as I reflect on my journey, I am filled with gratitude for the experiences that have shaped me into the person I am now. I share my story with the hope that my story can deeply inspire you guys. I want everyone to chase their dreams and interests. Life is too short to look back with regret. Don't let anything hold you back from your dream. I believe that since we only live once, it's important to follow our passions and do what we love. Thanks for listening to my story. That's the end of today's story. Now I will ask you some questions about the story. If you need more time, pause the video to think and say the answers. If the question is too difficult, you can listen to the story again and again. Are you ready? Let's get started. Number 1. What did Emma's parents want her to have? The correct answer is A. Number 2. What inspired Emma to pursue a life filled with passion? The correct answer is B. The story of a remarkable young volunteer named Alex. Number 3. What is Emma's current occupation? The correct answer is C. She is a freelancer. Number 4. Did Emma's family support her in pursuing her dreams? The correct answer is A. Yes, they did. Number 5. Emma believes that life is about following rules and advice from others. The answer is false. That's the end of the video. Please listen to the story until you can answer all of the questions quickly and fluently. See you next time.